My name's Mark Bond. I'm the Senior Disability Programme Manager at the Lord's Taverners. I was introduced to blind cricket through a programme that the Lord's Taverners were funding 20 years ago. I've been very fortunate to play domestically and international blind cricket, but also been able to learn vital life skills, how to travel independently, how to get a job, all of those skills that people maybe take for granted. I directly attribute to them to getting involved in blind cricket. Lord's Taverners, we're a charity who exists to empower young people facing the challenges of inequality. We use cricket as a tool to include, to inspire and to empower young people by getting involved in cricket. Hopefully they can develop skills that help them way beyond the cricket pitch. Super Ones is a national grassroots disability cricket programme. It provides young people aged under the age of 25 the opportunity to get involved with cricket in their local communities. They can go along to weekly sessions and start developing skills to help them in wider life, also meet really inspiring role models who have maybe dealt with some of the same challenges they have. We're now operating in every county in England and Scotland and Wales, providing over 160 hubs last year with over 1,700 participants taking part. And we've added a number of different initiatives onto the programme, including residential opportunities and opportunities to develop skills around employability. We try and include anyone regardless of their disability. There are barriers and challenges to that, with including young people with a visual impairment, just the nature of different equipment and how you make a session accessible for everybody. So we do have a number of Super Ones participants with visual impairments, but more and more we're looking to try and provide specific opportunities for those young people where they can really compete against their peers. We find real challenges with engaging young people with visual impairments. Finding those young people with a visual impairment out in the community is a challenge. Increasing numbers of visually impaired young people go to mainstream schools, and they might be the only young person at their school with a visual impairment. That was my experience at school. I was the only registered blind young person at school. So with other impairment groups, we can engage in kind of taster sessions, whereas we've really found with the VI young people that we try and work with that it's a lot more resource intensive in terms of finding them, identifying them and making sure they realise that cricket is a sport for them. With our current model where we have a development officer operating in each county, they're working across the county, across disability groups, and having the time and the resource to dedicate to identifying that small cohort of visually impaired young people and engaging them in community activity is really difficult. And that's why we're looking at introducing a national development officer who will look after visual impairment. Their role will be to identify where those young people are, build those connections and really make sure we're taking the message of cricket as a game for anyone to those young people directly. We've recently secured funding from the Brian Johnson Memorial Trust to contribute towards a programme where we'll be looking to recruit a full-time national visually impaired development officer. That full-time role will work really closely with the local development officers we have in place who work across the counties, across disability. So utilising both a national resource and localised resource, we think that will make a real difference to being able to recruit and provide opportunities for young people with visual impairments. So we'd look to set up initially 6 Super Ones visually impaired hub sessions across the country, providing that regular opportunity for young people with a visual impairment to come and play cricket and benefit from all of the positive things you get from being involved in sport, but also the other aspects of Super Ones. So things like workshops and meeting positive role models who have experienced the world with a visual impairment and have hopefully gone on to live independently and can pass on all of those experiences both on and off the cricket pitch. Super Ones and disability cricket generally has grown massively recently, and the impact that it's had and continues to have on young people and everybody who comes into contact with it is huge. And for us, an area that we definitely see a gap is for visually impaired young people. The opportunities that are provided for them aren't the same, and that's why we're desperate to find partners who can help us make sure that is no longer the case. The right partner would ideally help us to reach young visually impaired people who may have never played cricket before. Help us to find volunteers and coaches with lived experience of visual impairment that we can train to support delivery of our cricket sessions. Or this partner might help us to adapt our impactful workshops around life skills and employability so they are fit for purpose for visually impaired young people. Our network of hubs encompasses cities, towns and wide catchments of lower populated areas. However, more commonly they are delivered in urban areas where a wide catchment of potential participants is likely. Could your organisation partner with the Lord's Taverners? We hope that you can help us build a VI cricket network for children and young people.